Hello dear friends, I'm super excited for this video today. It is by request, and that is talking about, is eating durian dangerous during pregnancy? And unless you live in Southeast Asia, you might actually not realize this is a thing, because when you get pregnant in, say, the US or Canada, you're mostly told not to eat fish because they contain mercury, not to eat raw eggs or, raw sushi or something like that. But nobody talks about durian, whereas here in Southeast Asia, as soon as we started eating durian, we soon found out that not only you're not supposed to mix it with alcohol, which is the first thing they tell you when you eat durian, but pregnant women in Indonesia and Malaysia are told not to eat durian. Moreover, we recently we were messaged by one of our friends who told us that there's scientific evidence that monkeys who are big durian munchers actually stop eating durian when they're pregnant. On the other hand, when we watched a National Geographic documentary, we found out that durian is actually essential during the breastfeeding period once the monkey is born, and a baby orangutan's brain won't develop properly unless the mother is eating durian during the breastfeeding period. So that was a lot of information for us to take in. And here was our standpoint. We intended to eat durian throughout the whole pregnancy. I mean, to be exact, we actually timed our entire pregnancy with the durian season in Southeast Asia, so that enabling us to have durian in all stages of my pregnancy whilst, traveling the least, because we're not fans of flying, especially when I'm pregnant, right? So we're like, how do we time this pregnancy so that I have durian at all times during the pregnancy and breastfeeding whilst making the least moves within Southeast Asia? And we waited an entire year just to give this baby the best nutrition in the world, which we believed is durian, because durian is a very special fruit. I actually believed it was the huge durian consumption that has allowed us to stay fruitarian. I mean, eating only sweet fruits so long, because it's such a satisfying fruit. There's a unique combo of fat and carbohydrates with a strong dosage of sulfur. Durian is unlike any other fruit in the world. And, surely enough, as you probably know from this video here, as soon as we conceived, and that is, 24 hours after we conceived the baby, not like 5 or 6 weeks into pregnancy when I didn't get my period and we were sure that I'm pregnant. It was like the moment we conceived, 24 hours later, I could not stand durian. And what I mean by that is that I'm a huge durian lover, so I have eaten mass amounts of durian in my life. And even on the days that I did not feel like durian, I would still get really excited about the fruit. Like if only someone was eating durian and I was eating, say, champidak, I would still participate in, choosing the durian, smelling out the durian, maybe nibbling a little durian just to check the quality, or just to remember what kind of a durian it is. So I was a durian enthusiast, even on the times when I was not making a meal out of durian. And then this is, by the way, how we knew I was pregnant instantly. Within 24 hours of conceiving, we were in Penang, we were at a durian stand, and suddenly I understood what people mean by durian smells toxic. I could not stand the smell. It was nauseating. That day, Chippy decided to make a meal out of durian. I was eating mangosteen that day, and I remember sitting on the floor of our place in Penang, and the smell of his durian literally spoiled the entire meal for me. So that was really creepy. So my intuition told me right away that I cannot eat durian during pregnancy. And it's not like I don't feel like it. As much as I loved durian before, now it's an absolute no. What's interesting, I did crave the wild durian species. That's different species, totally, completely other fruits. Well, they didn't have all of those back in Malaysia, but they had the lovianas, and I really wanting to give the baby the most optimal nutrition in the world. I really craved lovianas, so I forced us to kind of drive hundreds and hundreds of kilometers within the Malaysian peninsula looking for Lovianus, which is a wild jungle durian. It's not that easy to find. And even then, the wild jungle durian didn't repel me. It went in quite well, but still in small amounts. I could still monomeal it, but like I couldn't like feast on it, as in pre-pregnancy days. And pretty much after 2 or 3 meals on the Lovianus, I was already done with that durian. So my body was giving me intuitive signals that it doesn't need it. And then there was that one day when we were traveling on the east coast of Malaysia, which turned out to be completely out of durian season, and there was no other fruit in a town than durian, and we haven't eaten all day because we've been driving through palm oil plantations. I had no choice but to eat durian. So I ate a monomeal of durian that day, despite myself, despite not wanting it. And that was actually the only time I had morning sickness in the first trimester of my pregnancy. I felt instantly nauseous, instantly sick, and I felt sick for actually 24 hours. So I felt sick the next day as well, after a night's rest. So when I acted against my body, it showed me, this is no good. Your body does not want durian. And we're 5 months pregnant now, and I have to say, it hasn't changed at all. So I cannot give you any scientific proof whether you should or you should not eat durian during pregnancy. The word is, the old man's tale in Southeast Asia is that pregnant women should not eat durian. And from my personal experience, I have to tell you that my body, my intuition, and my gut is saying that it's a very special fruit, but it's not a fruit for the time of my pregnancy. At the same time, I do kind of miss durian. I miss the calories. It's so much harder to get the calories in on juicy fruit, if you know what I mean. So a part of me is a bit nostalgic about, not eating the durian. I hope that will change, but for now, despite our plans to time my pregnancy with the durian season, I'm not eating any durian. So there you go. That's pregnancy in a nutshell for you, basically, because you kind of have this expectation of something, and then it turns out to be something entirely different. Yeah, pregnancy is very humbling. It takes, completely different turns than you might expect.
So as promised, now that we're in Borneo, I'm going to do an update about jungle durian species. See, these are not different durian varieties. These are completely different durian species. They smell different, they taste different, and they digest differently. Even the local people here will tell you that of these wild durian species, they can actually eat an unlimited amount because they don't make them heaty, whereas with regular durian, they experience hot and sweatiness. So I was really curious to see if during pregnancy, these durian species will digest much better than the regular durian. And here's the thing, I really love durian graviolens, the smell of it, and the peanut butter taste of it. I love the wateriness of durian kura-kura, and then the surprise tasting of a Durian kinabaluensis hybrid. And I ate all of them in moderation, but the thing is, I still experienced some, not so pleasant effects while I was pregnant. So first of all, I would experience a little bit of cramping even after eating one pod of these durians. And then the time I ate, I think 6 or 9 pods of durian kura-kura, because that's my favorite, I experienced nausea right after. And then again, nausea the same day. So despite my love for the wild jungle durians, the baby was giving me clear signals that it doesn't want any durian. The difference is that I really love to smell these durians. They don't smell toxic to me. They smell amazing, so it's been such a pleasure just smelling them.
Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you have any other suggestions about what you would like me to talk about, pregnancy related or not, comment below. I will be happy to answer. Me and the baby. Almost a durian baby, right? Mwah. See ya.